What's up, fellow YouTubers? Hey, I'm bringing at you another video. This is my mill deck. This is in the standard format right now, which expires in a few weeks. And just wanted to give you some commentary on how I play this deck. Alright, let's check out the hand and what I've got. I've got an island, I have a guild gate, I have a swamp, I'm good to go. I'm also looking at a tome scour and a crypt incursion for when I need some health. And mind sculpt, so I've got a 1-drop, I've got a 2-drop. There's my profane memento starting things off that gains life anytime a creature hits a graveyard. Looks like my opponent is playing a black-red deck, and he's already got a 2/1 creature on the board. And I just milled some cards there with the tome scour and got some life out of it with my profane memento. That's exactly what that thing is designed to do. And I'm using it right from the start, so I wanted to make sure I had that out on the board first. And right now, I'm not so concerned about what creatures he's putting out. As you can see, I don't have any creatures in my hand, and really the only creature that I'm running in this deck are like 2 walls, which we'll see later in the game come into play momentarily. But this deck is really about milling and getting those cards from his library to his graveyard. Here I am on turn 3 with 3 lands out on the table. I've got a Mind Sculpt going on. Bam, just gave me 4 life. So I've got a bunch of his creatures in his graveyard, and I'm feeling pretty good right now about Crypt Incursion and using that when necessary. But right now I'm going to be at 26 life right here, and he only has 1 creature on the board that has a power of 2. So really not too concerned right now about my life. Here comes another creature. He's got trample on both of his creatures right now. I really don't care about trample because I'm not using anything to block right now. So that effect doesn't really do anything to me. I have a Ashiok in my hand. Also the grind clock, I just played it and tapped it and put 1 counter on it. I'd like to get that to maybe 3 or 4 if possible, and then start cranking it out, but I'll see how far I get in the game before that starts happening. Alright, he just hit me for 5, and he's adding another creature. So on next turn, if I don't do anything, he's going to be hitting me for 8, and I'm already at 18, so that could make the game end pretty quickly. I just put Jace out. I did the 0 ability, which is mill 10 cards. He's down to 26 in his library on turn 5. Not bad at all, and just gained a bunch of life. So I'm back up to 22. I'm in pretty good shape. I've got 2 counters on the grind clock, and it looks like I'll be playing Ashiok. Ashiok exiles the top 3 cards of the library to the exile zone, which doesn't really help me with my Crypt Incursion or with my Profane Memento, but it mills 3 cards and it makes those 3 cards unplayable for him. So that's going to be nice when I get that card out. I just put out Wall of Frost because I want to block one of these, and I want to make one of his creatures prevent it from untapping next time, which does not allow it to untap and attack next turn. So I'm able to block that creature. I'm only taking 5 damage. I'm down to 7. I lost it because that all of his creatures now have Death Touch too. Usually my wall stays in play for longer. But here's my grind clock for 3. He's at 17 cards now. My Ashiok came in at 5, and he's got 5 counters on him. Here comes damage for 5, which takes me to 2, and nice. I just drew that mill card that allows me to mill 7, and got a lot of creatures going there. So I just gained a decent amount of life from that. Not bad for a single card. Grind clock goes for 3 again. Ashiok for 3, so he's down to 1 card. I'm at 7 health, and he has the ability to do 8 damage to me right here. And here we go. Just before damage happens, I'm playing my Crypt Incursion. Boom, boosts me to 58 health. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure he's pretty upset because he thought he had the game right there. He casts another creature, doesn't really matter at this point. I draw Traumatize, but that doesn't do anything. When he had one card, I just milled it with Grind Clock, and a game ends when he goes to draw and cannot because he's at 0 cards, and I win. So interesting game. Thought you might enjoy a walkthrough for that, and this is really how this deck plays out. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.